So go ahead and come onto your back. Just make sure you've got your ball and your block close by for some forward. Taking the feet about hips width distance apart here. Arms can just come down by your side or maybe even out to that T. We'll just do that back and forth action, windshield wiping the knees. Okay, so just taking it nice and slow here. Side to side, just kind of warming up the joints, letting them prepare for some movement. And let the shoulders be anchored nice and heavy. Start to deepen your breath, take nice full breaths here. And see if you can kind of match your movement to your breath. So you can take a nice long exhale, and then a big inhale, and just see if you can make your movements kind of coincide with the breathing. The next time the knees fall over to the right, just let them stay there. Really lengthen that left knee towards the right upper corner of your mat. And maybe you want to put the right foot on top of the left knee. Left shoulder is heavy. Really open up that left side body with a big breath. Good. Place the right foot down, take the knees up and over to the left side. Again, the feet are nice and wide, the width of your mat at least. Keep lengthening that right knee towards that left upper corner of the mat. And then maybe you bring that left foot on top. And again, breathe deep into the right lung. Good, take that left foot off. Come back in through center. And just go ahead and grab both knees, bring them into the sides of the ribs, maybe bottoms of the feet for happy baby or the back of the thighs. And we're just gonna rock back and forth. Get the heels up towards the ceiling here. So open up the back of the leg just enough that you feel that like opening to the groin and maybe a little bit of your thigh stretch. And then we're just kind of rocking on that pelvis, side to side. And then just take a slow reach of the left leg to straight. Bend it in, slow reach of the right leg to straight. They don't have to go all the way. We're just gonna alternate back and forth. Just kind of exploring what this feels like to start. Give me just a couple more on either side, just going back and forth from left to right. Last round, one on either side. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Take the right knee into the chest and then just straighten the left leg and turn the toes up to the ceiling and bring the heel all the way out to the floor. Inner thigh is going to feel like it's pressing down towards the ground. Keep pulling the right knee a little to the right of your ribs and really anchor down that left heel. Take a big breath in now. Good. Switch it. Left knee comes in, right heel presses flat. Press the inner thigh towards the floor, toes up to the ceiling, and let the left knee kind of come out to the side of the ribs here a little bit. Try to get that right hip nice and anchored. Take a big breath in and out. Good. Bring that knee back in. Place both feet on the floor. Go ahead and grab for your ball. And then you're going to place the ball in between the thighs. Okay, you're just going to squeeze the ball. If you don't have a ball, you can use a block. And then we're going to start this little tuck into the tail and rolling up to the shoulders. And then all the way back down. Just start to move the spine a little bit. So see if you can really kind of articulate the rounding here. So that we make each vertebrae kind of touch the floor on its own. And then as you scoop the tail up, you make that low back imprint and then peel each vertebrae above it off on its own. Try to find a little smoothness to the movement here. Lifting up, lowering down. A few more like this. Let's add in the arms. So as the hips come up, the arms go up and back. Keep the big toes down, and as the spine rolls down, the arms come down. Up and back. And down. Good. 3 more. Here's 2. One more. Leave the hands up and back. Roll the spine all the way down. Good. Arms come down by your side. Lift your hips all the way back up. Try to find this long line from the front ribs to the knees. So take the front ribs and kind of cinch them in, and then pull that pubic bone up towards your belly button so your tail is lengthened towards your knees. I want you to feel the back side of the legs really have to turn on here. And then we're just going to squeeze the ball. Squeeze the ball with the thighs. Good. Now keep knitting the ribs, keep lengthening the tail. If you need to be lower, you can. But push into the feet. Try to get the big toe down. Just keep this pulsing on the ball. And now we're going to add a little hip dip. So we're going to go squeeze, squeeze, dip the hips, lift the hips. Squeeze the ball, dip the hips, lift the hips. So we're just going halfway down with the hips. 2 squeezes, 1 little dip. 2 squeezes, 1 dip. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, and burning up those inner thighs, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, try not to clench the glutes too much. Last one. Good, hold it up, just the dips and up. Just the dip of the hips and up. You're just squeezing the ball. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep those front ribs in, 2, 1, nice and slow, all the way to the ground. Good job. Take that ball, it's gonna go under your pelvis. So lift your hips back up, place the ball under the hips. Now, once you have your ball here, I want it a little bit in the tailbone, so that when you bring your knees up, you don't feel like you're in a back bend, but you feel like you can drop your ribs down towards the floor. Now, just keeping the arms on the ground for this first round. We're just gonna tap the toes to the ground and back up. So let's alternate. We'll take right heel, left heel. Okay, just starting to feel like you can really cinch in the waist. Keep this stability in the core. And then we're gonna add both legs in a moment. So just go a couple more back and forth. Good, now bring both legs together. Both heels are gonna go down towards the ground to tap. Bring them back up. Try not to let your back arch away from the ground. Try to relax your neck and jaw. Keep breathing. And see if you can really fire up your low belly. I want you to think of your low belly being what's bringing those knees back up, not just your hip flexors here. So fire up the muscle between the hip bones, below the belly button. Feel like you're putting on a pair of tight pants. That kind of feeling of hugging in and together. Let's go for the last 4. Here's 3, 2, 1 more. Good. We're going to grab for the block. Your block should be somewhere close by. And we're just going to take that right hand, or you're just going to take that block onto the right knee, and then we're going to take that left hand onto the block and your right hand to the floor. So you've got your opposite hand on the opposite leg. So left hand, right knee, and then from here we're going to take that left leg out and in. Out and in. So you can keep your right hand on the floor, or if you want to see about taking it up to the ceiling and maybe see if you can sneak it back and in. So it would go the opposite direction of the left leg. Good, we're going to keep pressing into that right leg with the block. Here we go for 7. And again, the hand can be down by your side if it's too much with the right hand up. Take your time, go slow. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch to hands. Now the right hand stays on the right thigh, left arm up to the ceiling. Now again, left hand can also come down to the floor if you need that stability. Here we go again. Left leg's going out, left arm's reaching back, and in. Back, and in. There's 8, 7. Push the right hand to the thigh. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Switch it. So that block goes onto the left knee, right hand onto the block, and either the left hand down by your side or up to the ceiling as we take the right leg out and in. Good. Here's 10, 9, 8, here's 7. Trying to concentrate on something that's not moving, maybe on your ceiling. Don't let the knee creep in too much on that left leg. Keep it kind of over the hip. Last 3. Here's 2. And 1. Switch it, left hand on the block, right arm up to the ceiling or down by your side, and we'll reach them away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Take that block, place it in between your thighs. Just light fingertips down by your side or arms can stay up. Last one, both legs go out and in. So again, if it's too much, you can always bring your hands down, just do the legs. Here's 8, 7, 6. Keep those ribs down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Great job. Take the block off to the side, take the ball out from under the hips. All right, we're almost done with this core work here. One more round with the block, okay? You're gonna take the block maybe to its middle height, and it's gonna go on the knees, and then we're gonna bring the hands behind the head and bring the elbows onto the block. So you're kind of holding and cradling your head here, but you've got some need to lift. If you really can't get there, you can make the block longer, okay? But try to start it on the middle height. Now from here, legs can be bent or you can straighten the legs. We're gonna hold the block with the elbows, adjust the left leg is gonna go down towards the floor and right back up. Take your time. Here we go for 8. Try to get those shoulders up. 7, 6. If you got the knee bent, you can just straighten the leg out across the room. 5, 4. Try not to strain your neck and your head. 3. Make your abs get those shoulders up. 2, 1. Switch it. So you still got those elbows pressing, but now that right leg's gonna go down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Relax your head and shoulders. So I'm going to take this block. I'm going to try maybe hold it on its longest side now, just right up against my left shin. And I'm gonna do that with my right hand. So it's not really a hard press, but it's just keeping some contact, okay? Now from here, I'm gonna take my left hand behind my head and peel my head and shoulders up so I can hold my head. I'm gonna lower that right leg towards the floor and just move it out to the side, back in, and up. So I wanna get this block as high up on my shin as I can hold it. Right leg's lowering, swinging out to the right a few inches, back into center, and then back up. Lowers, right, center, up. Here we go for 5, 4, get those shoulders up, keep reaching that block up. 3, you have those cork blocks, this can be really hard. 2, so try to find a foam one. Last one. Good job, bring it in, rest your head for a moment. Switch it over to the right leg, left hand. And again, I'm gonna try to get that block up high on my ankles so I can really hold it up there and have that reach. Now we go with that left leg. Down, out a little to the left, into center, and up. Good, I'm holding my head in my right hand. Here's 9, 8. You've got clicking in the hips, but there's no pain. It might just be your little like bone there, so don't sweat it. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Good job, bring it in. All right, legs go out nice and long. Just stretch the body here. Point the toes, reach the fingertips back. Take a big inhale, then flex back through the toes. We're just gonna roll onto your left side. So coming on that left forearm, try to get your legs right in line with your body, okay? So there's gonna be this desire to wanna bring your legs forward, but see if you can stay right on that outer hip bone. And then you can have your right hand, here's the kickstand to start, where you can have the right hand on the hip once you feel like you've got balance. Push into the left arm, and we're just gonna hover both the legs, okay? Now from here, we're just doing little lifts of the legs, little lifts. It won't be very big because you're not rolling yourself back, okay? Keep yourself on your side. Just doing these little crunches, crunches, little crunch. So you should feel this right here in that little oblique right above the right hip. So on my left side, let's go for 7, 6, 5, 4, push into that left forearm, 2, 1, hold the legs up, right hand behind the head, bend that right knee in to tap that right elbow, and then send that right leg away. Bend it in, and reach. Now if you want, you can take your arm, reach it over your ear, and then pull it in the bend. Try not to rock back. Here we go for 8, 7, hovering that left leg still, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it in, reach that right arm towards your foot, little pulse up, up, just a little squeeze of that right side, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down, onto that left arm, and stretch out that right side. Inhale, right arm over the ear, take a big breath in. Good, we'll just move over to the left side. So rolling onto your right, I'm gonna do this from behind this time. I'm gonna push down into my forearm so I really lift up these bottom right ribs. Get your legs in line with your body. Your left hand can be on your hip or out in front as a little kickstand. And then we're just doing these little lifts. Again, try not to roll yourself back. Try to keep yourself pointed forward. Good, let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that left hand behind your ear, bring that knee in, extend it out. Bring it in and out. Take your time, try not to rock forward and back. If you want, you can take that left arm and reach it away and pull it in. Reach and pull. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it in. Extend that left arm towards your foot. Little pulse up, up. Not just your arm, but your side body crunching. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way down onto that right shoulder. Left arm over the ear. Maybe you can kind of bow a little bit to the side. And roll right back onto your back. Good. All right, legs out in front, maybe like a 3/4 bend. Heels are on the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll yourself all the way. And we're going to be in a rounded back. So when you drop your chin to your chest and reach towards your toes. And then we're going to sit up tall. Inhale. And exhale, roll it back. Just a few more like that. Coming forward, exhale, roll up and stay rounded. Draw that belly back. Reach for the toes. Then inhale all the way up to seated. Stack the spine. And exhale, roll back. Inhale, arms over ears. Exhale, roll up, stay rounded. Reach forward. Inhale, stack it up. Exhale, roll back. 2 more. Round. Inhale, stack tall. Exhale, round back. Inhale, arms up. 1 more. Round it up. Inhale, stack it up. Exhale, roll back just halfway this time. So your feet are in this kind of 3/4 length bend. You can squeeze the knees together. Now, you can either have your hands out in front, or if you want more challenge, you can bring them to your ears. But what I want is this deep scoop through the belly here. And then on your inhale, you're going to lift like you're lengthening the top of your head back at a diagonal. And then you're going to exhale, scoop the belly back, and drop the wrist towards your hips. So you're not really moving up and down as much as you're lengthening out and then scooping and rounding. It should be a lot of work for the core here. It's a real small movement, but I'm going from flexion to a nice neutral long back. Extending and growing taller with a flat back, and then rounding. Try not to arch your back. Let's just go for 4 more. 4. Here's 3. 2. Last one. Good job. Roll it all the way up. Just take that left leg out to the side, bring the right foot in towards your inner seam of your pants, and fold forward over the legs. Good, walk yourself back in, switch sides. Take that right leg out to the side, left foot to the inner seam of the pants, fold forward. Good, walk yourself back in, and then just bring those knees underneath you and come onto all fours. Plant the hands under the shoulders, and let's get a couple of those cat and cow moves here. Scooping the belly and rounding. Inhaling, lengthening. Round. And lengthen. So if you've got hand weights, bring them up to the front of your mat somewhere. Get a couple more of those cat and cows, but just make sure your weights are somewhere out front and ready to go. Good. Last rounding and arching. A little flexion and extension of the spine. Good. Now from here, we're just going to hover those hips. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, step yourself back into your plank, turn your chest forward. Here's those shifting of the weight back and forth. Just going back over your heels, pressing the mat forward. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it back. Little pulses over those shins. Get your weight way back over the heels. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten into the legs, pedal the feet. Downward facing dog, just slowly letting the back legs kind of open up. And trying to drop one heel towards the floor at a time. One more pedal from side to side. Good, now let the heels be up, and then can you turn all 10 toes to the left. Push down into your left hand, but lean your weight to the right. Don't let your left hand come up. Good, now you're just gonna shift forward towards your wrists, kind of at that side angle. And then you're gonna lift back up into down dog. So again, I'm still turning my toes to the left. So when I come forward, I'm kind of on my toes, but still turned, my legs are turned slightly left. And then I'll lift and press back down dog. Let's just go for 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, come forward, hold it here. You're kind of turned, your body's turned to the left, your chest is turned to the floor. That left leg's gonna hover. So pick that left leg up. Can you bring it forward towards that left elbow and back? So again, still slightly turned in the lower half of my body. Here's 8, 7, 6. If you need to, you can always come onto that right knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Back to downward facing dog. Just pedal the feet for a moment here. Let's lower onto the forearms for a moment. Give the wrists a break. Push your head and chest back towards your thighs. All right, other side. Push back onto your hands. Turn your knees and toes to the right, so you're pivoting on the toes or on the balls of the feet. And then again, we're going to shift the weight forward and back to down dog. Staying in this lower body twist. Here's 5. I want you to feel that left side of the obliques have to fire up here to help lift you up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into that side plank here. Just kind of slightly turn, and you're going to pick up that right leg, and it's going to tap right knee to elbow, right elbow. Here's 8, 7. Again, you can always come on the left knee. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back, downward facing dog. Let's take the right leg up and back. Inhale, exhale, step it in between the hands, lower that left knee to the floor. So walk this left hand pretty far out to the side. Take it way out to the left. Bring your right hand onto your right knee. So you should have a pretty big space so that when you start to turn, you're really leaning to the left side. You're quite a bit away from that right thigh. Now maybe from here, you can just stay or bend that back leg and think about grabbing for that foot. Wherever you're at, we're just gonna stay here and breathe for a couple of seconds. Just take your time and let that left front hip open up. Use this left arm like a kickstand. Press into the hand. Don't let yourself collapse into your shoulder. Bring the heel in closer if you've got that foot grab. And then slow release. Bring your hands to the inside of that right foot. Look forward and just pick up that left knee. So now I've got the left inner thigh lifting to the ceiling. Belly's lifted away from the floor. Heel is reaching back on that left side. Just take another breath. I want you to feel this kind of elongating from heel to the top of the head as you breathe. So big inhale in. Exhale out. One more time, inhale in. Exhale out. Good. Wiggle that right foot back into the midline a little bit. Maybe you gotta hop that left foot in, but press down into your feet. Grab your weights, come up to this hover. Now just bend your elbows, because I'm gonna just step my right foot forward and punch my hands forward. Oh, sorry, step my left foot forward, punch the hands forward. And then I'm gonna step it back and pull those elbows back. So I'm gonna punch forward, step forward, pull back, step back. I'm gonna try to step all the way back. So stay low in that right leg. Here we go for 8. I'm slightly hinged forward, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just lean back. You should have a nice 90-degree bend at your left thigh and your right, okay? Palms are gonna face up. And now from here, we're gonna go down and just halfway up. Arms are gonna open as you go down and come halfway up. I want you to feel like you're over your hips, pubic bone up towards your belly button. Squeeze a little bit in that left glute. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it down, little pulses of the arms and the legs. Arms are wide. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up. Hop that left foot in just enough and turn both sets of toes out so that when you come down, you're in this curtsy lunge. So your left knee and toes are going to the left, right knee and toes are in the right, and I'm on the ball of my back foot. I'm gonna lower down here. So my knees should be going wide. Make a circle with your arms, and we're just gonna twist to the right, center, right, center. If you wanna add a little pulse, add a little pulse. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the low twist, hold it here, little pulses of the legs. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead and just turn all 10 toes forward. Slowly lower those weights to the floor. Start to straighten back into the legs here. So you got this short kind of pyramid stance. If your hands can't come on either side of the foot, bend your right knee until you get them there. And just round your upper body, forehead towards your shin or your knee. Good. Take one more breath here. And then step that left foot all the way back. Plant those hands. Tuck your toes. Look forward. Good. One more breath here. Lower the knees. Elbows in, chaturanga push-ups. All the way towards the floor and back up. So if you want to stop halfway down, go ahead. I just want to make sure you stop before those shoulders collapse. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, zip that belly up, 2, 1, all the way to the floor. Take those hand weights, bring them back by your sides, pinkies up to the ceiling, press into all 10 toes, lift to the knees. All right, pubic bones heavy. Here we go with the arms up, little lifts. Here's 10, 9, try to get them above the hip. Don't let your shoulders collapse. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the arms up, reach them towards the feet and lower down. Reach them back and down. It's real small. Just think of that little lift to the upper back. Little lift. Here's 7, 6, 5, get those hands up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hand weights down. Just rest your forehead on your hands. Bend your knees and bring your heels together. Knees are apart. Pubic bones heavy on the floor, so your waistband's light. Little lifts of the heels. Squeeze the heels together and try to lift the thighs up off the ground. Good. Try to keep resisting the arch in your low back. I want you to make this all about the glutes. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, and bring it back down. Good job. Press back to your knees. Child's pose. Take 2 breaths here. Big inhale, big exhale. One more. All right. Tuck those toes under. Press back to downward facing dog. Pedal the feet for a moment. Left leg inhales up and back. Exhale, step it in between the hands. And now I want you to lower that right knee, but you're going to walk your right hand way out to the side. So that when you come to the turn, you can lean backwards towards that right hand and have lots of space here to really twist. Good, now you can just stay here. If it feels good, maybe you start to bend that right knee and reach back with that left hand. Now, if you got that foot, try to really open the chest to the side of the room. Make this a little bit of a stretch for the shoulder too, as you bring the heel in. Good, just take maybe 1 or 2 more big breaths. Okay, release that back foot. You can bring your hands to the inside of the left foot, maybe wiggle it in just enough to pick up that right knee. Now I want to get those hips a little bit up. I want your pubic bone again kind of curling forward, tail heavy to your heels, and feel the right heel reach back. Take another breath here. Good, now if you need to lower the right knee to wiggle that left foot back to center, go ahead. You might have to shorten your stance a little bit. Grab for those hand weights. And then we're gonna come all the way up to that hover. Elbows are gonna bend in by your side. But let's turn the palms to face up this time. Now you're gonna step forward into that chair, extend the hands out, step it back to that lunge. Arms reach out, arms pull back. Reach and pull. So take your time, make sure that your left knee is really tracking right over that second toe. Trying to stay low in elevation. Let's go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Now lean back, and hopefully now you're in this position where right knee is bent about a 90, left knee is bent about a 90. And if you need to slide your feet closer together, go ahead. Arms are going to come up, palms face the ceiling. Take those arms wide and back in. When you're ready, we're going to add the legs. Lowering down, coming halfway up. Lowering down, halfway up. There's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Little arms are wide. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight into the legs. So you might need to hop the right foot in a little bit, but you're going to turn the left toes out to the left, right toes out to the right, and we're going to come down in this curtsy lunge. So again, my knees are really nice and turned out here. Arms are going to come up into this circle, and then from here we're going to rotate left and center, left and center. If you want to add a little pulse as you twist. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Way to feel those thighs. 3, 2. Hold the twist. Little pulse with the legs. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead and slowly turn all 10 toes forward. You can bend the knee to place the hand weights on the ground, and then slide your hands on either side of the left foot and start to straighten the leg as you drop your chin towards your chest, your forehead towards your chin. Take a nice big breath. You can always bend that left knee if it doesn't want to go straight. All right, look forward. Hands on the ground, step yourself back plank. Good, lower the knees. We're gonna take the hands wide for your push-ups. Now you can curl the heels in, you can stay on the toes. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the belly, tops of the feet on the floor. Grab the hand weights or leave them, but we're gonna have those elbows in the sides of the ribs. And you're just gonna punch the arms to a T, pull them back in. Punch them wide, pull the elbows in. Here we go for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them out, tap the floor, pick them up. Tap the floor, pick them up. Try not to use your neck here. Here's 8. Use the back of the shoulders. 7. So if you need to bring the arms lower towards your hips, do it. 6, 5. Doesn't have to be very high. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand weights back out in front. Press back, child's pose. 2 breaths. We got one more little round. Take a couple breaths here. Just slow down your breath. All right, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, pedal the feet. Right leg goes up and back. Inhale. Exhale, give that knee a hug into your belly. Step that foot between your hands. Hold here. You're just gonna let your hands maybe a little in front or even to your heart. And we're gonna sneak that left leg forward so that the toes come down and the knee is right to the right side of your right shin. And you're gonna lower yourself down into a seat on your left heel. So you've got your legs kind of crossed and you're sitting on a heel. We're just working on a balance here. Hands can come to your heart. Yeah, so that heel's kind of right between your sit bones. Just give yourself maybe one more breath here. Good, and then slowly start to hinge forward a little bit, push down into that right foot, and you're gonna stand all the way up, warrior 3. Pick up that left leg. All right, we're gonna sit down and squat. So step that left foot maybe a little bit wide so that when you come down, you're sitting in a squat. And go ahead and grab for a hand weight. We're just gonna hold it in between the palms, okay? So you've got your squat. Then you're gonna bring your left knee up into your chest. Hold yourself here. Arms gonna reach up to the ceiling. And then slowly, hands come down to the chest. Shift your weight forward. Keep that left knee bent. Press the heel up to the ceiling as you come forward in this kind of warrior 3 position. Then arms reach to the floor. Slow bend of the right knee like you're in an elevator going to the ground. And if the hands touch the ground, great. If they don't, no worries. Keep the flat back. Press yourself back up. And then bring that knee forward as you step back into that squat. Yes, so that's our move. Hands are in front of the chest here. We're gonna press up into that right leg, bring the left knee to the chest, extend the arms up to the ceiling. Then hands come back down, weight comes forward, heel presses up and back. Drop the hands to the floor, slow elevator to the ground, like you're gonna tap the floor. And then press back up and step into the squat. Slower becomes harder, right? So take your time. Let's see if we can get at least 3 more in like this. Then you hinge forward, hands go towards the floor, lower down like you're gonna tap, come back up, and squat. Good. 2 more. Knee up, arms up, arms down, knee back, weight forward, reach the floor, slow bend, all the way back up, and squat. Just staying in this left leg, we're gonna just take right leg out to the side, lower it down. Try to stay low in that bend. See if you can press your arms out as the leg goes up. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, both hand weights come back down. Hands to your heart. Slow lower all the way to your heels for 1 more balance. If you need your hand, you can always bring them down. Okay, you can now place your hands on the floor and either step back to your plank or lift your knees high into your armpits and see if you can just shift your weight forward and try to get light in your toes. And if you can get light in your toes, maybe you can start to cover those heels. Now you're using your arms like a little shelf. You can also just step back into plank. Okay, if you're ready, just step back, plank, chest forward, all the way to the belly, nice and slow. Reach the hands back, lift the legs. Let the gaze be down. Hands back down, press back to your knees. Child's pose, take 1 breath. We'll do the other side. So you'll get a chance to try that crow pose 1 more time on the left side. Let's go ahead and press up, down facing dog. Left leg inhales up and back. Exhale, step in between the hands. Look forward. Now, you can keep your hands on the floor, or if you want to try to hover, hands come to the heart, slowly shifting the weight into that left foot. Slide that right knee to the left side of your left side of that left leg. And then you're going to lower all the way down till you sit back on your heel. So I'm sitting on my right foot, and my left leg is crossed over the top of my right leg. I'm just trying to balance here. So that heel is kind of right between the sit bones. Take 1 more breath. Good. Start to press into the left foot. See if you cannot use your hands. Come all the way up, warrior 3. Okay, stepping that right foot out wide for a nice squat. Reach down for a hand weight. All right, from here, we're gonna go up with that right knee into the chest. Arms go to the ceiling. Hands come back down. Keep the heel in towards your butt as you shift your weight forward. Picking that right knee up. Arms reach the floor. Slow lower on that elevator all the way down. I'm trying to keep that left knee tracking over that second toe. All the way back up and sit into my squat. Okay, we got 4 more. Shift your weight up, pick the knee up, arms up to the ceiling. Hands to the chest, slow shift to that heel up and back. Reach the arms to the floor. Slow bend all the way down. Up. And slow to the side. 3 more. Watch your spine here. We want to try to keep this elongation, this flat back. Try to keep yourself from rounding, especially here as we come down towards the floor. Try to make this all about my legs. Last two. Knee up, arms up. Hands into the chest, shift the weight back and up. Arms reach the floor, slow lower to tap, and up. And then squat. One more. Knee up, arms up. Shift that weight forward, reach the floor, slow tap, and up. And squat. Okay, so now shift your weight to that right foot. Left leg does the lift and squat. Left leg lifts and squat. You can punch those arms and out. Stay low. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Slowly starting to put the weight on the floor. Lower yourself down onto the heels. Move your weights out of the way if they're in your way. All right, so you can either step back into your plank and just hold it, or you can plant your hands. They're shoulder width distance apart. Lift your hips, get your knees up in that little armpit, and then bend your elbows backwards in a little shelf. Maybe you just rock the leg forward. Keep lifting from your belly and your hips. See how light you can be in your toes. Maybe you pick up the foot. Maybe pick up both feet. And then slowly you can come back. Chaturanga, all the way to the floor. Let's open up the chest. Left arm out to the side. Roll onto that left side. Take that right leg back. You can start to sneak that right foot behind you. You can even reach back with the right hand if that feels good. But my primary stretch is this left shoulder and chest. Good, all the way through to the other side. And again, if it feels good, you want to bend the left knee and grab for the foot, go ahead. And all the way back to the center. Press back to your knees. Child's pose, just walk your hands over to the left. Get your hips heavy on the right. Walk yourself all the way over to the right. Get your hips heavy on the left. Good. Bring those hands underneath your shoulders. Just a little wag of your tail. Last thing. Good. And once you're done. Great job.